I wake up every morning when the clock strikes 8. I'm always punctual, never late. With a nice cup of tea, a little run of toast, the sporting life and the winning post. I get so nice and tidy, then I toddle off to work. I do the best I can. Still I'm only doing what a bloke should do, 'cause I'm only a working man.
Now tell me once more from the beginning.
No, you'll only start hollering and shouting.
No, I promise, I'm very sorry. It's just that I was so upset that you'd lost this job. I thought at last I'd found you a niche in society.
So did I. At last he's found me a niche in the society, I thought. Then this woman caught her big toe up the bath tap and that was it.
Tell me what happened.
Well, the governor got this phone call and he said to me, get round to 49 Lyle Street, there's something wrong with this lady's tap.
And he didn't tell you she had her big toe caught in it?
No, not a word. Just gave me a ball cock and a spanner and said, get round.
Well, I can't understand why he sent you. It was your first day, you had no experience. Why send you?
None of the others would go.
Why not?
She keeps on doing it.
Well, they'd all been there before.
Yeah. And the governor. And a lot of his mates.
I see. Then what happened?
Well, I get round and there this lady is laying there with her big toe stuck up her bathtub.
But what was she doing?
Smiling.
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 This woman was lying in the bath with her toe stuck up the bath tap and she was smiling.
Yast.
Yast.
Yast. And she said to me, do not be embarrassed, young man, 'cause I keep on doing it, and ain't it a good job I use a lot of water. Then she screamed.
What did she scream for?
I turned the tap on.
Well, why should that make her scream?
It's the hot water tap.
And that was the tap she had her toe stuck up.
Yes, I thought it would pop it out. Then I dropped me ball cock and she screamed again.
Why did you scream? Why did she scream when you dropped your ball cock?
Well, she didn't exactly scream when I dropped me ball cock. She screamed when I picked me ball cock up.
Why did she scream when you picked it up?
I dropped it in the bath. And as I went to pick it up, it got tangled in the chain and the plug come out, you see, the plug, and I wanted to turn the two taps to keep the decent level of the water, and then I tripped on the soap and fell in.
You fell in the bath with the lady?
Well, nearly. Of course, as I fell in, her toe popped out and she rushed off down the passageway, hollering and shouting, oh, oh, she was going, oh, oh.
But why couldn't you look what you were doing?
I had my hand over my eye.
But what happened?
The phone went.
The phone by the bath?
Yes.
Who was it?
Her husband. Who that, he said? Who's that? Charles Drake, casual labourer. What are you doing in my house, he said. What are you doing in my house? I said, well, I'm having a bath at the moment. He said, where's my wife? I said, she was in here with me a minute ago. Then he hung up. 20 minutes later, he came round and punched me in the eye.
20 minutes later, he came around and punched you in the eye?
Yes.
But when he hung up, why didn't you get the hell out of there?
I had me toe stuck up.
Now, I've heard some wonderful stories from you in my time, but that beats them all. If you think I'm going to believe that, you're crazy! All right, old son, I accept your explanation. I won't attack you for it. It's of my own making. It must be endured. I've got what I deserve for taking pity on an evil creature.
Pardon?
I have got what I deserve for taking pity on an evil creature. It's one of the fables of Aesop.
Is it?
Indeed. One winter's day, a farm labourer found a snake frozen stiff with the cold, and moved by compassion, he picked it up and put it in his bosom. But with the warmth, its natural instincts returned, and it gave its benefactor a fatal bite. As he died, he said, "I have got what I deserve for taking pity on an evil creature."
Oh, you will have to forgive me, Mr. Wickerter. But you see, I'm not a intellectual. I like 'em, though. I like 'em. The John Freeman and the Robert Boothby and all them, I like 'em. I watch all their programs. I can't understand them, but I watch them. I watched them the other night. Robert Boothby entertains. 3 of them sitting round a table, all smoking and trying to look as though they just had their dinner. 26 million people were watching Coronation Street, and I'm watching Robert Boothby entertain. Last night, Mr. Wickerter, I was a minority audience. John Freeman said to Robert Boothby, "What do you do about the Suez Nen?" Robert Boothby said, "When the rabbits had a meeting to decide free shares for all, the lion replied, 'A good speech, long ears, but it lacks the sharp claws and the long teeth like what we got.'"
What have lions talking to rabbits got to do with Suez?
Exactly. That's what I thought. And I've come to this conclusion. The lions talking to rabbits have got about as much to do with Suez as a lady with her big toe stuck up a bathtub has got to do with a farm labourer with a frozen snake stuck up it.
Now, you mustn't sneer at wise old sayings. Used in the proper context, they can be of great assistance in business life. For instance, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Now, what does that mean to you?
Well, there's a bird with the wings for the flying. But he cannot fly, 'cause I'm holding him. Over there in the bush there's another 2 birds, and they can fly, 'cause I'm not holding them. But the bird what I'm holding was gonna fly to that bush, and 2 of them 2 birds were to fly too. But he cannot, 'cause I'm holding him. And those 2 birds in the bush cannot fly either, 'cause they don't know where to go.
Yes, but what does it signify?
If you're a bird, keep away from Charlie Drake.
All right. Try this one. It's a long lane that has no turning.
The M1.
A rolling stone gathers no moss.
£1 million a year and a guitar full of dandruff.
It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the gates of paradise.
You want to go to heaven, buy a camel. Want to go to heaven?
You know my trouble, don't you know where I've gone wrong? I've been trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, and it's destroying me!
Serves you right, I know! I catch you doing it, I'll report you to the RSPCA. I wonder what you did when you left here at night, you nasty, wicked, vicious old twit.
You don't understand. What I meant was it's impossible to turn a donkey into a derby winner. Therefore, it's impossible to turn a sow's ear into a silk purse. Or similarly, you into a useful member of society!
You're right, I know, of course. If the turning me into a useful member of the society means cutting off a pig's ear, I will soon stand up.
Get yourself round there. They need a man.
SUYP. Suit. What's that mean then?
Send us your problems.
That's synonymous, isn't it? Good morning. I'm Charles Strait, casual labourer of Weybridge. Come for the job at a vacancy.
Ah, yes. Mr. Brinkley's expecting you. Will you please take a seat?
Thank you.
Hello, Soup. Can I help you? Ah, yes, Mrs. Barclay. They're being flown in. They should arrive at London Airport by 4. We'll rush them to in a very fast car, and you should have them by 4:30. It's a pleasure, Mrs. Barclay. If you're in the soup, send for Soup. Goodbye.
Excuse me, this SUYP, send us your problem. What does it mean?
It means precisely what it says. If you have a problem, send it to us. No matter how great, no matter how small. For instance, if you lost your copy of your family tree, we would retrace it. Or supposing you broke a piece of your very best Crown Derby, we would replace it.
Suppose I have my big toe stuck up a bath tap.
We would remove it.
Remove it. Morning, you came for a job and all?
No, I'm waiting for her.
You'll have to wait a damn long time, too.
Sylvia, darling, you're being unreasonable. Surely we can sort this out like two normal human beings.
Me unreasonable? I like that. It's you that's being unreasonable. In fact, if you hadn't been so unreasonable last night, it would never have happened.
Well, all right, but it has happened. What the hell are you going to do about it?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm so worried. I couldn't sleep all last night for worrying.
Phone. Maybe Mummy.
Hello, Soup. Can I help you? He is? Ah, yes, that will be Mr. Shelley, our harmonious relations advisor. I'll put you through. It's for you.
Hello? Yes, indeed it is. And how are you this morning, my dear Mrs. Corley? Yes, I wrote you a letter about your little problem. Well, briefly, what I said was this. You won't solve anything by shouting at each other. If you can both get together in amity and friendship and listen to each other's side of the story with patience, tolerance, and above all, understanding, then I'm sure your problem will be solved. Oh, no, not at all. Thank you, yes. And remember, if you're in the soup, send for Soup. Goodbye. What the hell do you expect me to do about it?
The least you can do is apologize.
Apologize? Apologize for what? I don't even know what I'm supposed to have done.
If you don't know what you've done, I'm not going to be the one to tell you.
Then how am I supposed to find out?
You know perfectly
No,
well.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Look, if I knew, I would say, wouldn't I?
No, you wouldn't, because you're so stubborn.
Stubborn? Nonsense! Don't think I'd stand here arguing with you if I had the remotest idea what you're talking about. This is the most disgusting exhibition of selfishness and...
It is no good locking the stable door after the horse has bolted.
He's right, you know, darling.
Oh, of course he is. What fools we've been. Oh, thank you so much. You should do terribly well here.
Phone.
Hello? Yes, Mr. Brinkley, right away. Mr. Brinkley, we'll see you now, Mr. Drake. It's the door at the end of the corridor.
And remember, as you go through life, that true love makes all hearts gentle.
Hello, Soup. Can I help you? He is. I'll put you through. It's your wife.
Hello, darling. Yes, I'm afraid I can't at the moment. Something's just come up.
Good morning. I'm Charles Drake, casual labour wages, come for the job of the vacancy.
Splendid. Do please sit down, Mr. Drake. Now then, tell me all about yourself.
Oh, what do you want to know?
Everything.
Well, I'm Charles Drake, the casual labourer of Weybridge.
One moment, please. Do go on.
Well, I was born at the Elephant and Castle with my mother. Her name is Violet, and she's little and cuddly. I had lots of brothers and sisters, mostly boys and girls. And every Saturday we used to go to Buckingham.
Yes.
Palace to see the changing of the guard. Then we used to go to St James's Park and play with the ducks. Then we go home for supper, fried duck and chips. Then we moved to the east.
Speaking. July the 4th. Splendid. You were saying?
Dock Road. It was a very poor neighbourhood. In fact, if we paid the rent, the police used to come round out to find where we got the money from. Then I got my first job. My first job.
Your first job?
I was a cat's meat man. Tuppence a stick and no questions asked. And I sold bundles of firewood and police could be able to string back. And then I did 3 months bottling for a sword swallower in the Mile End Road.
Fine. Now, you run along and see Mr. Dunlop, our personnel manager. He'll fix you up.
Oh, thank you very much. You can fool all of the people some of the time, and some of the people all of the time, but nevertheless.
By gad, you're right. You should do very well here.
Do you play snooker?
A little bit, yes.
Good, in here.
I've got to see Mr. Dunlop for the job.
There's plenty of time about that. This is important. In you come. Now, just stay there a moment, will you? Hello? Soup here? Yes, I've got one. I just want to check on a couple of things. The television set, 21-inch. Mm-hmm. The Ming vase, the one with the blue dragon motif. Yes. The Toby jugs, 9. Good. Well, we can get on with your problem now, my lord. If you'll just hold the line, sir. You any good at this game?
I played a bit, you know, yes. Used to be champion of our school, Pelican Street Mixed Infants.
Was it in the curriculum?
No, in the playground.
Take your choice of weapons. That's a nicely weighted one, or would you rather have heavy ones?
They're all the same to me, mate. Yes, that looks all right, lovely. Right, toss you for brick.
Huh?
Have you got a coin? Got a coin?
Yes, half crown.
What is it?
Head.
Tell, that's a good one. Look. So go down, break the pack. I might leave you on. Put a bit of bottom on it, put you behind the back. Left hand shoulder screw shot off the blue. It's a problem, isn't it? Think I'll send for soup. Seems a nice firm to work for.
Oh, it is, it is. Mm.
You had this job long?
Job? This is not a job, it's a vocation. The more advanced our technology gets, the greater grow our personal problems. And there are some people who just can't cope. That's where we come in. That's the reason for our existence. You would be horrified at some of the terrifying problems people bring us. Take the Duchess of Beaufort. Every day for the past 20 years, she has had deviled gull's eggs for breakfast. Last Sunday, down she comes, not a deviled gull's egg in the castle. The Duke gets on to us, terribly upset. Don't worry, we told him. Keep her under sedation for 24 hours, and we will fly the eggs in from Iceland. And thank goodness we got them to her before any serious damage was done. Take the day the Duke ripped his chukar boot. We had an Afghan cobbler on that field within 20 minutes. Did you see the picture in yesterday's Tatler of Jennifer Bon Motley's coming out party at Motley Grange? All those wonderful young people gathered round the campfire, wrapped in blankets and barbecuing an antelope. That was us, you know. Yes, we got the antelope from the Serengeti National Park and 480 cashmere blankets from Karachi. And we parachuted the blankets to those lovely people just 1 hour before that picture was taken. How they cheered and waved, it was most moving. And we realized our work was really worthwhile. That's what soup does. And I'm proud to be part of it.
It's a bit like Oxfam, isn't it?
Oxfam?
Yes, I believe they got 1 or 2 problems and all.
They haven't come on to us.
No, well, perhaps they will.
Good shot.
I told you I'd done a bit, you know, eh?
Just a minute.
Watch out!
It's not your shot.
And it didn't want those rays go in,
They certainly didn't.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I thought they went in. Sorry, a bit of excitement of the game. Carried away. Just a minute. 1 foot on the floor, if you please.
Can I have a rest?
Of course, you get your last rest in the first place.
Thank you, sir.
Bad luck. You should have took it off the cush, dear. place to nap, you great itch. Oh, sure. Hi, Golly, I left you on there a bit, didn't I? You on there. It's the luck of the game, wasn't it? Was you in the services? I shall never forget it. I reported on the money for me medical. Stiff, he said. There I stood raw. Raw. You see that white marble slab lay on it? I went, oh, he said, you're in the body raw. I said, how about my eyes? You're not testing my eyes. He said, we don't test them anymore. We only count them. 1, 2, congratulations. I said, I'm no good, I've got one leg shorter than the other. He said, don't worry, where you're going, the ground's very uneven. Put me in a camel car. I should put a bit of bottom on it. Put a bit of bottom on there. I had my own camel, you know. I had my own camel. Muriel, her name was. A vicious beast. Be patient with her, said the corporal. We just had her authenticated. We're going across the desert one day looking for General Montgomery. And my camel turned to the camel next to her and she said, I don't care what anybody says, I'm thirsty. So when we found Monty, I said, excuse me, sir, can I take my camel for a drink? He said, she's too young to drink, take her up the pictures. I should come down for the blackie, probably. I took her up the oasis and she bent down to drink. She drank and drank, I couldn't move her. Get up. I said, well, look, I've got to get you. Wouldn't move, wouldn't budge. Along came an elder. And out of the elder stepped a lovely princess. Hello, cheeky, she said, making a oriental gesture. She said, are you in trouble? I said, well, yes, you think me camels and sat down to drink and I can't budge it. She said, you turn your back, I'll move it. I turn my back, look round, there's a camel galloping across the desert. I said, by golly, that's clever, how'd you do that? She said, I just tickled its belly. I said, you better tickle mine, I've got to catch it. No shock, off you go there, you'll be all right. Oh, what a bit of bad luck. Luck. I'm going to lose 4 points for that. Hey, race tile, turn the free shot, 8 points. Rule number 28, Blackpool 1923. Jump the white over the black into the black, red over it. Excuse me, what's up?
We normally have brandies, you see, brandy and soda.
Hey?
Would you like a brandy and soda?
Yes, that would be nice. Yes, I would love it. Lovely. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I can stand it no longer. That's the 4th time I've had your stick up my waistcoat in the last 10 days. I shall seek safer employment abroad.
Well, this is a tricky one, isn't it?
Wonderful what they can do with plastics.
Well, the problem's quite straightforward. It's the answer that's somewhat complicated. What do you think?
If the cap fits, wear it.
By Jove, you've got it! I've solved your problem, my lord. You need a bigger billiard room. Welcome to Soup.
So they were all delighted with you, and they all shook your hand and said, welcome to Soup. And here's to a long and happy association. And then they sent you on your first assignment, right?
Right.
What happened?
I get some in the evening, close on 6-8 o'clock. The roll there's a heifer and steady as a rock. I has a piece of that, kicks off both the shoots, and settles in the corner with the daily.